Hi everyone. I just finished grading the HL7 Unit 1 test, and there were 3 questions that really stood out as questions that were missed by a large percentage of the class. So I want to go back over those questions so we get those right on our final exam. So 70% of the class missed this question. The message type for acknowledgments to ORM messages is? Many of you chose ACK. The correct answer is ORR. And if you go back and look at the ORR screencast, you'll find this slide. It says ACK versus ORR. Radiology uses a special type of acknowledgement message for orders. The ORR provides more information than a general acknowledgement message. It's important when multiple orders are being placed. The ORR message contains the MSH and MSA segments just like an ACK message, but then it adds on the ORC and OBR segments from the originating ORM message. So an ORR takes from an ORM message and adds ORC and OBR segments. And this allows the originating system to know precisely what order is being acknowledged. So when you see this question, message type for acknowledgments to ORMs, the answer is ORR. I don't know how you guys blew this one. I actually gave you this question in the screencast. 60% of you missed this question. All HL7 messages are confirmed by an ACK message. So if you go back to week 4 and look at the ACK message screencast, you'll find this slide. The ACK message will always contain information about the message being acknowledged. Depending on which ACK mode is used, it may also contain information about whether the message was processed by the receiving system, and whether to use ACK messages or not, and what mode to use is configured locally and can be both domain and interface specific. So whether to use ACK messages or not, it is up to you to decide whether or not you want to use ACK messages. And if you only want ACK messages on your orders interface but not on your results interface, you could do that too. That would be interface specific ACKs. The next slide in that screencast says, test question. All HL7 messages are confirmed by an ACK message, and I went on to tell you that the answer to that question is false. So how 60% of you missed this question is somewhat baffling to me. That one, I actually gave you the answer in the screencast. I told you that question was coming. False is the correct answer. 50% of the class missed this question. A bidirectional interface allows traffic to flow in both directions at the same time. And the key to this question is at the same time. This is false. If you go all the way back to week 2, I think it is. Week 2, we talked about interface directions. An interface can be unidirectional or bidirectional. A unidirectional interface is like a one-way street. Information only goes in one direction. A bidirectional interface will allow data to flow in either direction, but not at the same time. A bidirectional interface is like a flag crew. When one part of the street is closed, they hold traffic on one side while the traffic flows on the other side. Then they reverse the process, letting traffic go in the other direction. Bidirectional works the same way. Data can only flow in one direction. So if this is our interface, we can have message traffic going up this road, and then they'll flip these signs, and then the traffic that should go in this lane will come down this lane, right? So it can only go in one direction at a time. It can't flow in both directions at the same time. So I just wanted to get that information out to you so that you will not get these questions wrong on your final exam. I guarantee that I will put them on the final exam based on how many people missed them. So just be aware you will see those questions again. Thank you for watching.